Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rogue Trader. Last time, the explorers finished their exploration of the wrecked Eldar vessel. In a staggering show of competency from Kalachev, you, you just got all of the data you wanted from the Eldar ship with not too much trouble. I mean, Jeanne bled out of all of her holes, but that was all. And then you moved on to disable the last remaining critical systems, which included the still active warp cannon.
Gaston and Kalchev saw Tau God
Yes.
as Xiph died until God showed up and flicked the bullet out of the way. And now a lot of questions are being asked by those two.
Nope. They're not.
Most
Well, Gaston might not be asking questions. Kalachev will be.
Well, she didn't see anything. So,
pretty sure she has warp, like she sees warp sense like Daredevil.
Yes.
yeah, but she saw something. She didn't see Tau God. She saw just some warp energy just reflecting a bullet.
We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah. You successfully deactivated the warp cannon, and the Keeper of Secrets attempted a manifestation and was quickly shown the error of its ways through Molly's solid metal biceps.
I'm made out of machine. I did
Deep
forget thing last session where I would have actually taken no damage from that demonette and not had to burn a fate point. I said twice that I was fine with keeping the fate point burned as an idiot tax, but Merzendi gave it back to me because she's really nice.
Yeah, it being an actual fate point, I feel like that's important enough to get back.
Especially since it was by one wound anyway. That is literally a rounding error.
Yes.
Tax deductible.
Good one. Yeah. With all of its systems now disabled, the ship began to collapse under the water weight. So now, you have all made your way out with little loot parcels. And yeah, just wandered back to the shore.
Is our rhino still there?
Your rhino is still there. It is surrounded by a phalanx of Necron warriors.
Listen, gentlemen, I know this is technically an illegal parking spot. However, I would like to plead exigent circumstances.
Yeah, Are you just going to go up and talk at them?
Are they only surrounding my rhino, or are they just like all around the lake basin here?
They are all around the lake basin, but there is a definite full cordon around the rhino.
Then yes, I will just walk to the fucking rhino.
Alright. There is a line of Necron warriors in the way.
Alright, are they all warriors? Can I look around for one of the higher forms?
You can, yes.
Because For the most part, warriors can't speak anymore.
Yeah, yeah. You would be able to make a awareness test, I think.
Okay.
We'll give you a
Does
cheerlead.
anyone? Okay. Does anyone else have awareness trained and forbidden Lore Xenos?
Forbidden
Yes and
Lord
no,
Xenos,
so no.
yes. And yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Okay. So a plus 20.
I have 103 in awareness.
Well, Molly, you're successful. You can spot a more senior Necron before they spot you. Judging by their slightly taller, more hunched figure compared to the warriors, and their ornate decoration on their armor, this is a royal warden.
Remind me, how does respectful interaction between Necrons, as in like, is there a certain phrase you give to show respect? You know, kind of like honorifics, stuff like that.
There would be, yeah.
Well, we don't have to make it up on the spot, but I give that and then speak?
Yes.
We have destroyed the ancient Aeldari infection. May we pass?
You will need to be examined. The taint of the witch creature is quick to infest those of you of flesh.
I am aware that no one's been like heavily infected, right? Like I was the only one that took a ton of corruption from that, other than Ozzy, who took a little bit.
The two
Well,
space
somebody got
marines.
pushed over the edge, didn't they?
I took a malignancy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you didn't get like a mutation. No one got like weirdo
No.
mutations.
No.
No outright mutations, no.
Turn to Jeanne. The Necrons want to scan us to ensure that we aren't infected by warp phenomena.
It's not like we have much choice in the matter.
Correct. I don't think we'd win.
In our state, no. Ask them if we can sit in the car while we wait, though.
My commander is highly wounded. May we sit in the vehicle while uh, we wait? Or at the very least, she.
Mm.
Jeanne will just, like, proffer the keys.
The warden will reach out to take keys. As you have given your parole, do not flee. And he jangles them. You may repose in your vehicle.
Jeanne gives him a little sword salute and then limps towards the ramp.
The Necron warriors step out of the way.
As part of the introduction, did he tell me what dynasty he served?
Gee, I wonder.
Yes, he is part of the Xiph dynasty.
Okay. Yeah, I know, Savin, but there could be a rival dynasty going on. I don't want to, step on any toes. This could be a whole other Necron dynasty showing up. Or a rival faction within it.
Yeah. Uh, so, no one actually mutated, yeah?
Nope. No one mutated.
Alright.
Oz just got bad thoughts.
Yeah. Not unless one of the Space Marines did and you didn't tell us.
They did not.
Then I think we're fine.
So they ask you back out of the Rhino one at a time to submit to examination. Does anyone resist?
No?
I don't want to get gouged. So, I may be tough, but I'm not 30 fucking Necron warriors shooting my ass with fucking cross weaponry stuff.
Yeah. And that's only the ones immediately around the Rhino.
Yeah.
Several hundred more would be arriving in a matter of moments.
Yeah.
They're so shooty.
Yeah. Um,
That's warriors for you.
they look. Yeah, most of you are allowed back, but Oz, you are kept back with the warriors. Do you resist?
I will ask why he
Not
is
really,
being
no.
kept back.
Great, cool.
This one shows potential genetic instability, likely caused by infection from the witch creatures.
What will you do with him? He is my valuable sniper.
If he has value to you, an analysis of a full analysis of potential degradation will be completed and presented to your commander. Then, if she wishes, we will dispose of the infection.
Now, this could either mean that you're getting some of your corruption taken away from you or your head blasted off.
Yeah. We
Would
define
you like to
dispose of
roll
the corruption?
scrutiny?
Yeah, please.
I'm,
Can I?
I'll cheerlead
I'm,
Ozzy.
I'm the only one that
Okay.
understands what he's saying, though.
Oh yeah, I will cheerlead
Yeah.
Molly then. Actually, I understand because I have a universal translator.
Oh, what do you have for scrutiny?
You can see. Bad.
45. Do you want to re-roll or do you want to cheerlead me?
I will
Because that's
cheerlead
mine.
you.
Okay. Well, I roll a 3.
There we go.
All right, Molly. You said dispose of the infection. There's a slight movement of its shoulders. Ghost Blaster raised very slightly. Yeah, disposal of the infection will mean Oz's disintegration.
We'll just subvox to Jeanne in Canid. Because I'm fairly certain they don't have a universal translator. They're going to give him a full scan and then turn over the data to you. If he's found to be too far infected, they're going to annihilate him. I would have, I would find a way to communicate with, oh God, what's Baldy's name? Oh no.
Van Zaus.
Yeah, Van Zaus, and have the teleportarium lock onto our signal.
Very well. But he did say, if I desire. I am willing to take responsibility for him. He's clearly not in the process of turning into some sort of tentacled abomination.
Molly will nod and just kind of skitter a little bit out of the way, but not let Oz too far out of her sight.
All right, Oz, could you roll a D100 against your current corruption points?
Okay.
Is this something I can cheerlead?
No.
Fair enough.
You also want him to fail this.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, let me. That's. No, that's right. Wait, where is it?
How many
It's under talents right at the bottom.
Thank you. Okay, 24. Thank God.
All right.
Yeah, I did greater than it works out.
Hmm. The same process happens with the heavy bolter gunner. In this case, Al-Hadin will subvox. If they try anything, I'm not losing another brother.
I've called up to our ship to have our teleportarium lock on, but it's going to be a bad time for us if they have orbital defenses.
If they did, I think your Arch-Magos would have suffered for it.
Maybe. We'll see what... Jeanne will glance at the Necrons. We'll see.
A few minutes will pass, then Molly, the Royal Warden, will hold out a hand to you, and just forming out of little lasers will shoot from his palm to form in the air a little black cube covered in recessed edges. The contents, the fullness of our findings. In short, the red-headed one, we believe, to not as yet be unsalvageable. However, recommendation is that it be kept from further sources of witch corruption. The Astartes, we recommend immediate disintegration.
I will forward this to my captain. Wait one, please. Forwarded that information to Jeanne. She already knows the answer, but she's, Necrons are anything if not sticklers for the chain of command.
Jeanne will reiterate. These men are under my aegis. I will take responsibility for them.
My captain nonetheless desires for the Astartes to be returned underneath her aegis. She will take full responsibility for any negative consequences.
Understood. If mutation of the flesh occurs and it engages in hostile actions to the Xiph dynasty, your captain will be sought for reparations.
Understood. May we go now? We have wounded.
Of course.
Thank you. And then Molly will give the the respectful, whatever respectful goodbyes are within Necron culture, whatever verbal rituals they have.
Yeah, just probably adds like another minute to the time you're stuck there.
Afterwards, Molly will clamper onto. We took what vehicle did we take?
A repressor.
A repressor. Okay, clamper on top of the repressor and bang twice.
Did you get the keys back?
And banging so Gaston opens the pilot's hatch.
Okay.
Drop the keys into his hands.
Well, strap in.
Jeanne will just poke her head out of the hatch, turn Universal Translator on. Have a good day. Just wave as we drive away.
Yeah, my foot's not coming up again until we're like in the fucking transport ship back up.
Yeah.
As soon as we are actually underway, I'm going to switch over to Kitty's channel. Kitty, we made it.
John, I'm glad to hear from you. Things were looking dire down there.
Yeah, you're telling me. Are the townsfolk okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Not many of them actually listened when we said they should evacuate, but you stopped it before the fog reached them.
Thank the Emperor. Are the twins okay?
Hold on,
I forget which one of them got fucking almost head blasted.
Liz is in the Medicaid ward, but she'll walk it off. We've got another drop ship. They're en route now. We were just waiting for your signal.
We're ready for pickup. Rhino and all.
Good. Some news from Kreuzer.
Oh,
It's not good, John.
damn it.
We've lost contact with him, and that his bird, the dropship the gun cutter that dropped him off, it took missile fire from the facility. When you're on board, we've got the Vox logs for you.
Understood. Any sign of him from ship's orbital scans?
Nein. He's, as far as we can tell, he's still underground. Oh. Fidelity at this range is not good. No one can work the augers quite like Gaston can.
Roger. We'll have him take a swing at them once we get back airborne. Meet you back on the ship.
Of course.
Love you.
You too, babe.
Jeanne will slump back and reiterate the, oops, we lost Cruiser again to the rest of the team.
What do you mean, lost him, Lord Captain?
I don't know. He's underground and we can't reach him. And somebody shot missiles at our cutter.
Missiles?
Yes. Not surprised the facility had anti-air defenses, but I am surprised the Necrons were bothering to use them.
If it's missiles, part of me thinks it is not Necrons.
It could be automated defenses, but last time the Texans told us about communists. Apparently this used to be one of their bases, quote unquote. Could be there's recidivists still alive down there.
I am still operational. Do you want me to summon my Skitarii, and do force reconnaissance?
That was the whole point of Kreuzer. He's in the termite, so no base defenses should be able to reach him if he's manages to get there, or manage to start drilling. We'll have to see what the Vox logs say before we make a decision. And unfortunately, you're about the only one of us who is operational, you and Gaston. Actually, Jeanne will just reach over and pat Galchev. You managed to walk this off just fine too. That's good.
Just thanks to you shouldering, you and Xiph shouldering the burden and dealing with the crystal, Lord Captain.
Yeah. By the way, I kind of have like a few holes in me. I'd like to go to the ship and patch those up.
Want me to take a look?
Sure, if you want. Xiph will open up the front canopy. How fucked up does Xiph look?
It's not great. Let's see. So you were on 4 wounds in the suit. And yeah. Oh, your suit has a maximum of 20 wounds. So you're down 60. Which would put you at a 3 negative. Yeah. Xip's bad. that shot on the suit, it caused some pretty severe spalling, and that's just torn into him. He's not quite as bad as you are, Jeanne, but yeah,
Xiph is Will baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can have a wound back.
How bad does it look? Do I have a... I think there's a hole or two. I know my arms are still attached.
John will pull some clothing away with tweezers. Well, it's a lot of holes, but they're mostly small ones. You should be able to walk it off, but that'll... I don't think you need surgery. Jeanne
Can
will
I
then, pull her own collar open and look down. I don't think I will either. That's good.
Can we get administrative leave for a bit?
Yeah, you can... You and Oz can go sit out the next drop.
Because I also need to mentally comprehend what happened in there. God saved me.
Happens to me all the time, buddy. I'll just clap him on the back.
Ow. And Gail closes the thing back up till we get out.
Kalachев will subvox just to Jeanne. I do not know if it was a god, Lord Captain, but a warp entity did intervene on Xip's behalf. Directly deflected a second shot that would have gone straight through him.
Jeanne will just cut her eyes over to Kalchev, then say to Xiph, So, what kind of god? Well, buddy?
Had a lot of arms. I think it was a she. I'm going to say it's a she. That makes me feel better. She was
Okay, you're
big.
sexist to God now. Cool.
She had 3 tits. Just a lot of arms. Very soft maternal voice. She literally just reached down and flicked the shot away. And, I'd love to be more specific, but I kind of feel like I'm losing blood still. And I'm tired, but I shouldn't close my eyes.
And you are, but it's not terminal. But yeah, stay awake for me. Is this the same entity you say you saw on the other Eldar battleship?
Yep.
Huh.
It's kind of funny. It only happens in warp-strong areas. But given everything I know about the warp, that means that my people have actually created a god. And it is partially friendly, I guess, to other Tau, yeah. My sister was telling the truth.
Better than what the Eldar did.
Yeah, my
True.
It's probably a minor warp entity, like a what do the orcs call their god?
Gork and Mork.
Yes.
It's a psychic reflection of the Tau race.
That shouldn't
I
be
think it was
possible, considering how little of a warp reflection the Tau have.
if I had
I
to
know, it's weird.
posit if I had to posit a hypothesis, it's more so the non-Tau and their Waptet beliefs they believe in the greater good, the the subsidiary, the Guam, the other people. So maybe their belief in Tau belief made it. Tau didn't actually. Tau just gave the blueprint. And they built it.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
know, and I don't want to know. However, this is a question you should ask the uh, local, uh, our local psyker,
Which one?
the one
I'm
currently
thinking
patting your head.
it is not impossible. Many of the Tau client races have psychic potential. You must have many Guevesa psychers.
Yeah, I guess all the humans they've conquered, they're not exactly giving their psychers up to the black ships, are they?
Filled with witches.
Surprised their planets haven't all turned into demon worlds. Maybe they did during the Great Rift opening.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to call my sister and ask her some questions. Because if she's telling the truth, she has like a direct line.
What?
I mentioned that my sister's been saying for years that she hears God, and I've always just thought she was being weird or creepy or schizophrenic. But now this has happened twice, and I'm pretty sure she was onto something.
You've only encountered this entity in warp-dense areas, though. What the fuck does your sister do?
Uh, she calls herself the champion of the greater good. She may or may not have seduced another rogue trader, and uh, she just goes around doing her thing. She actually could probably beat you. She is really good at hitting things. She doesn't like guns. It's really strange.
Okay, based, but like, what is her actual job?
She's never specific with me.
Okay,
She
she's a spook. Cool. Well, in that
yeah,
case,
she has an ethereal with her all the time.
okay, I get
I
it.
guess the
She's
babysitter.
whatever your equivalent of the Inquisition is.
Yeah, she kind of scares me.
Okay, well, I can believe that she's been to enough warp-dense areas to have encountered this entity before. But yeah, you have my permission to send a message back. If you want to inquest about it, though I don't imagine you'll get much of a response at this particular juncture.
Probably not.
I would recommend perhaps we do not send such a message. Even with the highest encryption I can manage in a sending, for it to go from an astropath to her, it will need to be translated at the other end.
I was just suggesting actually, like, using a drone or whatever the fuck Tau use. Like, they have interstellar mail.
If you are willing to wait a year or two.
It's not like this is some urgent endeavor.
Yeah, it's fine.
It was strange. I never have I seen a warp entity once strong enough to manifest, but isn't immediately and directly hostile.
I can only imagine it'd be hostile to anyone not a Tau.
Well, It depends on how exactly you define warp entity.
This shit is still new to me, you know. As you guys say, I have weak little baby warp soul. Which annoys me because they still fucked my shit up. How?
Yeah, unfortunately, me being bad at shooting things doesn't make me immune to bullets. That's the unfortunate reality of the universe.
Yep.
But, yes, it's... Jeanne's gonna consider this for a moment and shake her head. Not all warp entities are inherently hostile, just most of the ones we see in reality tend to be for obvious reasons.
Isn't the Emperor technically one? Technically.
Sort of.
Do we know about the Legion of the Damned?
Yes.
Like our characters.
Yes. Because they showed up when Juno ascended to become a living saint.
Yeah, I
Oh.
feel like that's something that would have been told to you at least in stories.
There are friendly warp entities, such as Warp Astartes, known as the Legion of the Damned. And there are, well, living saints. Mom's a living saint.
Aren't psychers also just warp entities? They
No.
No.
go into the...
They're
No
just
more than the rest of you.
There's a difference between having a connection to the warp and being born from the warp.
or being reforged by the warp, like Mom was.
So basically, it's like a citizenship. If a woman goes into the warp and gives birth there, does that child have dual citizenship with reality and the warp? Or is it,
No,
or is the blood loss making me loopy?
No, but there's a markedly increased chance of being a psyker.
Let me put it this way. All living things, creatures of this universe, they have reflection in warp. The soul, that is reflection of living being. A warp entity is just the reflection, just the soul, without of having the physical substance.
That's why they can only manifest briefly here. It's an expensive energy.
I think we'll talk about it more while we're cuddling in bed. Kalchev, I would like to go home and rest for a bit.
No, my philosophy talk.
Well, you can come. You and Kitty can come too. The bed. I found out recently that the bed is very much big enough for 4 people.
How recently have you changed the sheets?
Literally before we went on the mission, I change it. I have to change it every night.
I am not sleeping in the aftermath of that.
I can... Thank you. I can fill out the rest. Ow! My everything.
Alright, now it's time for a solo session, which is Molly and Gaston looking for Quasar. Aw, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit longer will pass. The dropship will arrive. lift you all up and take you to the relative safety and absolute comfort of the Pride of Lev.
Remind me, how many wounds do you heal per day of bed rest?
It's like 1, isn't it?
Oh, Jesus.
Isn't it something horrible like
Let's see.
that? I thought first edition was really
God.
mean about getting your health points back.
Extended care.
One test at the end of each day.
Okay.
Success allows space to recover twice the normal damage. Plus
Oh
1 point
god.
for each degree of
Heavily
success.
heavily or critically damaged patients test once at the end of each week.
Thankfully, I have Hardy.
Yeah,
Looks
you do.
Yeah.
Looks like Jeanne is going to be kicking up her heels and getting head pats.
Okay, yeah. A heavily damaged character removes 1 damage per week through natural healing.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
first edition was brutal.
You're gonna need to get Xiph every day.
Alright, well, hold on. I haven't been medicated yet. I'm going to, medicate myself for my horrible injuries first. Get Xiph and everybody to help me. Okay. I'm going to expend a fate point to activate, Divine Administration and just give myself 6 wounds back. No, I don't want Xiph to do it. He's not a fucking paladin. I can lay on hands myself to get 6 wounds back.
Okay.
Which takes 6
of
weeks
course
off
you
my
can-
recovery period.
Jeez,
Yeah, no. I was gonna
Say again,
say
Savin?
about that.
I said that takes 6 weeks off my recovery period.
Yeah. And of course you can do the fate point healing if you really need to.
Yeah, at the end of the session, if I, have any left, I will certainly be just fucking noving all of them into healing.
I was gonna say if you got into light woundnets, it could give you.
Hedrah, that's going to take 14 weeks, so check back later.
Oh, Jesus.
this game certainly is a little brutal.
I'm very happy that
healing.
I have party right now.
I couldn't have Hardy even if I wanted to.
I have
Yeah,
offered
I
to give
was-
you auto sanguine. You have refused to let me suck your blood out.
Correct.
Like, I
Well,
think
come
you
back
would
after
have
like
preferred-
3 months of bed rest, and yeah, then you can. Well, actually, no. If you are fully in bed, if you're fully doing bed rest, then you actually get double as part of the extended care stuff. So only 6 weeks of bed rest, or sorry, 8 weeks of bed rest. I think.
I have 20 wounds to recover, so it'll be 10 weeks.
Yeah, but when you get up to when you step out of
That's
heavily
true.
wounded, so you only need to. So it's only 7 weeks of actual full-on bed rest.
That's
Xiph
You're
has
only out of commission for, a month and a bit. It'll be fine.
Xiph doesn't
That's
just have to
almost
heal; he has to
2.
repair his suit. He has-
Ah, it's just a month and 21 days.
What do you mean? Hey,
it's
there.
fine. Like I said,
Don't.
at the end of the session, I will just nova all my fate points into healing, and then I'll be fine.
Okay. No, but I was going over to see and be like, was that some parachute leader? Blue guy, eh?
What?
What? Oh, are you offering to help repair my suit? This one?
Well, yeah, I helped you install all those extra attachment points in the big suit, didn't I?
Well, I'll be sure to ask you when I have the capacity to hold something without it falling.
Do you want me to just take a look at it, see how much I can do without you?
I would if I felt it was safe for me to get out of the suit at the moment.
Gaston, we have more important things for you to do.
Okay, I'm just gonna check. How far off is Goth?
She's still like 3 or 4 days out.
No, I did not. I literally got off the moment the encounter was done.
Yeah,
Because I wasn't
I
feeling
just
good.
first aided him now, but that's only 1 hit point.
Okay.
Actually,
Not going to give him the big fancy heal, because that would immediately, if you did the lay on hands, that would immediately get him into lightly wounded.
okay. Well, if that's the case, yes, I will do that. There you go.
Yeah.
God loves you, little guy.
As long as the Xiph isn't in criticals, he's lightly wounded.
Jesus Christ, buddy.
Okay. No, sorry, I did that maths wrong actually. No, shit. He would be still 1 point into heavily wounded.
And that
with
still
a fate
reduces his downtime to like a week at worst.
Yeah,
He'll be fine. Yeah, I'll pop the fate point to give him a little juice.
So that's 6. So yeah. Xiph will be up to 3 wounds.
Okay, I can walk around.
Speaking of our horrible
Yes,
collective
that would be.
injuries, Jeanne will stop fussing over Xiph and turn to the Astartes. Point at Thoctor and Jack. Are you two gonna be alright?
I could help now.
Necrons were saying you might be a little fuckoed.
Thoctor would have done Medicae in the meantime. We will live. My brother, these scars run deep. Grumble noises from stern.
It's all right, guys. We can just push him into Shock's Fire and cleanse him, right? That's how that works?
Listen. A, if there's anything my pocketbook can do to help, just let me know. But also B, they were talking about warp corruption, not just physical injuries. How do you two feel?
Like I should be dead. And given the severity of your wounds, that is itself a fairly natural feeling, brother. But keep heart. If it persists, though, it will, I'm sure. This will linger with me for the rest of my days.
You're an Astartes. You're stronger than whatever warp whispers might be lingering in your mind. Don't give in.
Give in. Captain, if I were to give in, I would be painting the insides of this vehicle with your blood. For that is what these whispers are showing me. How each and every one of us here will die. Or could die, if I accepted it. Rather stern. We will need to meditate on this. Of course, Commander. Of course.
Jeanne will just give Aladdin a small nod.
He will return it and just reach over and gently ease the heavy bolter out of Stern's hand. Stern does not resist.
Good, good.
All right. So now, up on the Pride. Time for those of you horrifically injured to go to Med Bay.
I can
Which,
join my girl.
yeah.
Just get
Yeah.
a bed right next to them.
Oh, absolutely, right next to you.
Let's see.
Oh, I've missed this map.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Oh, yeah, because you didn't get it. Well, even I am moderately surprised at myself that I didn't, put like little med bay sections on this map.
If we had one.
Is dedicated medbay a ship upgrade?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems
Unfortunately, it
very
doesn't actually help you, like, recover long term any better. Just lets one medic handle more people at once.
still pretty worth.
I mean, yeah, it's also a plus 10 to Medicaid, which is very helpful in, like, ship combat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Or, early game.
Yeah.
It's like early game. You can before you get like your 80s and 100 pluses in Medicaid, it is very possible to accidentally kill your patient. Like, if you get at least 2 degrees of failure on an extended tear test, that's some damage to people. And it's with sudden death, so that can just be like Whoopsie doozy, I slipped during surgery, and now all of the patients I was caring for have died.
Yeah. I don't know. Medicaid is probably the easiest skill to get to 100, just because, like, medkits are a common item with plus 20 on them, but...
But the plus 20 from a medkit doesn't apply to extended care.
Does it not?
I'm pretty sure it's only first aid.
I'm pretty sure it's just all Medicaid checks, period. Because...
That would be weird.
You say that, but, like, that's how almost every item in this game works. Like, a toolkit is just a plus 10 to tech use test. No other qualifiers. Want to use an Auspex? Toolkit helps. Why? Don't know.
Oh, well, yeah, it's all Medicaid tests.
Yep.
Fair enough. I still think that's weird, but at least it's consistent weirdness with other items.
Yep.
Alright, so... You are back aboard the ship. Several of you are off to med bay or getting medical stuff set up in your quarters. What now, folks? Other than, of course, being given massive hugs by your partners. At least those of you who can take massive hugs without
Just light hugs
without
from Lenore for right
reopening your
now.
wounds. Yeah.
She's gonna be hugging for the three of us.
Yeah. Although Liz is actually only lightly wounded.
Rare
We're
Liz
both slightly
Depsky.
wounded, but it's still.
She's not so badly wounded that she's strapped into like the bed. She gets to sit in a wheelchair and scoot around.
We get to have wheelchair races.
Oh no, she isn't lightly wounded now. Now I've updated her maximum wounds to accurately reflect her toughness. Although actually, I should update her current wounds as well, because like she would have only taken the same amount of damage. So yeah, she is in fact lightly wounded. She'll be back on duty within a week.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, Jeanne. I might even love you even more if you were a rack of bacon. I think that's the only way you would get more delicious.
Jeanne starts laughing and then just winces. Ah.
No, don't. Maybe I will tone down the jokes for a bit. Oh, my poor thing.
No. Your sense of humor is my one path to recovery, I'm sure. Speaking of which, you might have to take over my duties for a bit. I don't think I'm exactly fit to sit the captain's chair.
You might manage that, but no ground missions till you're recovered, at least.
Agreed. Well, if that's the case, and you are required to go ashore, you may take my lucky storm shield. I know it doesn't look like it, but I would definitely be dead without it.
Yeah, I've seen it in action before. I can well believe that it's the reason this is only this bad, and not, well, something missing.
And considering where that blast landed, the two things that would be missing would be quite irreplaceable.
Yeah. Just gentle hair mussing.
Jeanne will pat her cheek. Alright. Go get Kreuzer back for me, would you?
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
Good. All right. Kitty will return to the bridge and request the healthy members of command staff to attend the meeting in the captain's ready room.
Is hear distant groaning of people in recovery.
Yeah. So that's Gaston, that's Molly. That's Galachev.
And this is why you're seeing right now why it was always a little bit suspect that in Star Trek they would always send down the entire command staff to deal with something.
I guess that could be Victor as well if he wants to bother.
Yeah, he is a member of the Novus Nobile and our Navigator, so he is part of the command staff. But Snippy might be passed out from the drugs.
I'm not trust that, and I am a command member. Yeah, I just don't feel like doing a lot of commanding.
Very
Being old.
Can't
reasonable.
blame Victor for being lazy. He's rich.
Yeah, every time Picard and what's his name? I know the
Riker.
actor's name.
Riker?
Riker. Yeah, every time Picard and Riker were on the planet, they're like, something's dangerous. All right, number one with me. I was like, well, who's gonna be in command?
I thought
Wesley.
that show they were usually quite good about not having both Picard and Riker go on the same mission.
More often
quite
than
often.
not, but
Yeah,
it
more
still
often
happened a
than
lot.
not. But there were times where, I remember specifically on the planet that I based the weapon things off of in my Trials Untainted Space game, they were both on a world with killer robots, and it's just like, why did you both go down there?
Unlike TOS, where routinely the captain, number 1, number 2, number 3 were all on the away mission together.
Yeah.
Literally leaving, like, the chief engineer in charge of the ship. Has to go all the way from his post across the entire ship to get there.
Alright.
It's a wonder that he was so chubby that from running all the way from his post to the bridge.
So I'm going to move you over to Command Spire.
Oh, my Roll20 just crashed for me moving me over here. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Worried.
ooh,
Oh,
that
dear.
was, that's an oofers. Oh, she's
Did it
struggling,
crash you as
Captain.
well? Oh,
It didn't crash
jeez.
me. I have enough GPU power to get through it, but it was a close thing.
We've used this map so many times.
I know. But man, that spun my fans up like crazy.
Now check this out. This is what my map looks like, and it's slowly being filled in.
Yeah, that's what happened to me as well.
Let's see. Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I was the same. It was like white. Everything was loading in fucking little bits everywhere.
Yeah, so I
But-
just refreshed, so my whole thing was white, and there were like little bits. I refreshed, and then most of it came back.
Yeah, the fact that my fucking CPUs went up a little bit and then my RAM just jumped like 2 gig
The
and then pulled
fuck?
down a bit. Yeah,
Alright,
it spiked up, but then it went down, so don't worry.
Well,
Just
not
was a
going
lot
to.
of shit to load in.
I guess I'm not going to add any more floors to the Command Spire.
There's so many shitters everywhere. Like, just on this floor, look how many fucking toilets there are.
Yes.
There's like 1, 2, 3,
This
4, 5, 6, 7,
ev-
8.
every office has its dedicated toilet. The waiting room has a toilet for the people who are waiting. The big dining room has toilets off of it. Like this is just a sensible amount of toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be like where we are, this area here, there's 4, and there's another fucking 4, and a fucking bathroom with so many lockers and shit over here.
Listen, like, half the command crew is women, okay? They need to be able to go to the bathroom in a herd. It's important.
6. Fucking talk to me about that shit, dude. Just
I stand by it. This is just a sensible amount of toilets.
Like, it's
Yeah,
not like it's
nobody
just
can
Jeanne who
complain,
lives in this whole place all by herself. Like, there's a whole staff, security, also the other officers come up to at least the first couple floors all the time.
at least
There's a
nobody
little
can
bar
complain
there.
that the shitter's clogged.
Yeah. Like ballroom and attached bar with gambling room. Like you need shitters. If anything, I've underdone the amount of toilets for like the dining room. Like
I don't know, that's
how
more
many
toilets than a
chairs is that?
restaurant normally has around here.
Oh well. Fair enough, I guess. I mean, I find that hard to believe across like both men's and women's rooms.
Alright, I wouldn't know about the women's rooms, but like almost every restaurant around where I live, there is like one male toilet. Maybe 2 if you're lucky.
And no urinals?
Those don't count. That's not a real toilet.
Yeah.
I mean, but given that there are no urinals, the actual toilets have to account for that.
Fair, I guess.
Alright,
one of the lost technologies. Imagine if we find the STC for the urinal.
I mean, the urinal technology is still around. It's just not included in this ship on account of them being gross.
Based and true.
But yes, interior design discussion aside, yes. Hey. God damn it.
I'm sending that to Canathus.
I just read the second half of that. Yeah. Yes, the healthy members of command crew being called to a briefing. Until I do get around to mapping out the bridge and the captain's ready room, we'll just use the person's office. So in this case, Katz's office. Thank you all for coming. I wish I could give you more of a chance to rest, but it's unclear how much time we can afford to spend. The situation is as follows. Lord Kreuzer has gone missing. His dropship deployed him and his team, and shortly after they entered the facility, they went off comms. Shortly after that, the dropship took missile fire. It returned to base with light damage in order to give a report as to the situation. Yes, the Vox jamming was affecting the ship, yes, was affecting the gun cutter, not just Kreuz's ground team. We have their full Vox logs. There's a transcription here for each of you, but as well, I will play the recording. Nast, this is Rapier. Bishop is on board. Confirm status on Egg. Over. Rapier, Nist. Egg has completed pre-mission checks and is en route now. Out. Some time passes. Nast, this is Rapier. Egg secure, awaiting green light for launch. Over. Roger that, Rapier. Support teams are moving off the launch pad now. You are clear for takeoff in 60. Over. Acknowledged. Launch in 60. Out. Rapier, launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Launch, launch, launch. Over. Nast, Rapier, launching now. Operation Indiana is a go. Out. 10 minutes pass. This is Rapier, checking comms, channel 50, over. Rapier, Nest, good check, out. Bishop, this is Rapier, checking comms, channel 40, over. Rapier, Bishop, good check, out. 10 more minutes pass. Nast, this is Rapier. We are on final approach drop zone. Checking comms again. Over. Rapier, this is Nest. On your 5x5. Out. Bishop, 60 seconds till drop. Make sure you've got everything on board egg. Over. Rapier, Bishop acknowledges. All accounted for. We are good for Indiana. Over. No hostiles on scope. Will be a smooth landing. Out. Touchdown in 5. Dropping ramp. Egg, you are clear to disembark. Over. Rapier, this is Egg. We're clear for hatch. Entering mission area. Over. Egg, Rapier, acknowledge. Closing ramp. We'll wait here for updates. Out. Nest, Rapier. Egg has been laid. Out. Rapier, this is Egg. Over. Go for Rapier. Over. Rapier, we have completed initial scans. Found a promising entry point about 12 meters below sand level. We're starting to dig. Out. Rapier. Oh, sorry. More time passes. I forgot to mention one of the things of time passing, but you can see the transcript. You can see the T pluses. Rapier, Nest, Citrip, over. Nest, Rapier. Egg has completed scans and is digging for an entry point. Out. Rapier, an hour passes. Rapier, Nest, Citrip, over. Nest, Rapier. Situation unchanged. Out. Another hour passes. Rapier, Nest, Citrip, over. Nest, Rapier. Still digging. Out. 10 minutes pass after that. Rapier, Egg. Dig is complete, but no dice on the entrance. We're going to breach. Over. Egg, Rapier acknowledges. How are you on charges? Over. Rapier, we are green on charges. Out. Few minutes pass. Rapier, Bishop. Channels are too small for Egg. Proceeding on foot. Over. Bishop, acknowledged. Good hunting. Out. About 15 more minutes pass. And there is a horrible, loud, static burst. Scheisse! What was that? Unknown, but it was on all our voxes. Trying for Bishop. Bishop, this is Rapier. Do you copy? Over. Bishop, Rapier, comms check. Over. Nothing. Trying for Nest. Nest, this is Rapier. Do you read? Over. Nest, Rapier, comms check. Over. So a jammer, yeah? Seems so, sir. Master comms, keep trying. First officer, spool up for flight. Don't want to be on the ground when whoever jammed us arrives. Aye, aye, sir. Aye, aye, sir. About 10 minutes go by. Still no response, sir. Can't even reach Egg. Keep trying. We don't abandon Bishop yet. Possible movement, bearing 195. I don't see it. Gone now. Damn it. Sure it was there? Haven't been overdoing the stims again, yeah? Saw something, sir. Keep an eye in that direction. Aye, aye, sir. Another 10 minutes. Movement again, same location. Looking. Thrown! Missile! Evade! Evade! Evading! Launch chaff and flare! Flaring! It's taken the flare! Sound of an explosion. Yes, or a great explosion sound. Systems check. All systems green. It was a clean miss. Except Vox. Still jammed. Time to... Time till check-in? 8 minutes, sir. Wait. Second missile incoming! Scheiße. Evading. Launch flares. Flaring. One of the launches is jammed, sir. Another explosion. This one louder, closer. All alive? Still breathing, sir. Master comms. Aye, sir. Oh, that tone wrenched my neck. Good. Another excuse to visit that handsome Medicaid. Systems. Some damage to the right wing, otherwise all green. Right. Let's get a shot at this AA, then we're RTB. We can't do anything for the ground team like this. Aye, aye, sir. Cats stops the recording. I've had... Sorry, that was wrong voice. I have had some of our experts scan, examine the footage. The missiles, their payload is consistent with Sky Eagles. Maybe a little heavier. And heat seekers. It's not any Necron tech I know of. And seems far more advanced than what the Merkans are capable of.
Merzendi, can I do a thunk? For either common lore tech or Adeptus Mechanicus to see what kind of AA fire that was. I can't see it, but try to suss it out. Get a general idea.
I'm going to skip the roll. You'd have a general idea, but it's not going to be much any more specific than what the analysis has already shown.
But I wanted an excuse to say that it was a Manticore missile, Merzendi.
Oh, a Sky Eagle missile is a Manticore missile.
Yeah, it's the name of the Manticore's AA missile.
Yeah.
Owned.
Yeah. If you want to say that anyway, you can.
No. I have already volunteered to lead a force of Skitarii to Kreuser's last known location.
That may be best. Oh, I'm not sure about sending just Skitarii. If there's any hope of establishing non-hostile relations with whoever's in there, neither you nor your Skitarii are particularly well equipped for that. Majors.
Right. I was planning on shooting everyone.
Having that as an option would certainly be useful, but if this appears to be an alcove enclave, that is the word. This appears to be an enclave of technologically capable humans.
Would you like to have? Would you then like to have Pascal and some Lupine guards to attempt to make amenable contact first?
Yeah, I think that would be best, unless you have any strenuous objections.
Is she still addressing me, or does she turn to Pascal?
She's addressing the room as a whole.
No, my Skitari's arquebuses can cover Pascal well enough.
Very well. Before you depart, Lady Kalachev, I would ask for a reading on this. Of course. Give me your hand, Lady Candle. All right. Let's see. Let's call the question. Can we attempt diplomacy with the Texans? Well, okay, Kalachev. Finally pull your fucking finger out about casting powers, have you? Let's see. Okay, so may I offer 2 sentences of advice about the clearest path to the answer. This also gives a +10 bonus on a number of tests equal to the Psycher's Psi rating for the next month or until the question is resolved, whichever occurs first. So, talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I work out how to phrase the advice. I know I am effectively giving it to myself, but still, this also gives me an excuse to quickly step away and use the restroom. The tarot is clear. There is some way by which they might be spoken to, but you must have care, Lady Connell. See this. They know yet the names of their fathers. See this. Degeneration has not fallen among them. It is the first great warning. Second, the opportunity warning. Secrecy has been their watchword. This card. To be unveiled has put fear among them. They are scared, Lady Camel. Scared and trapped. I see. Thank you, Lady Kalachev. This will be somewhat troublesome then. I wish Jeanne were here. This would be easy for her.
Fine, twist my arm, hold on.
I mean, only one Rolo is pretty good.
Yeah, you know. See, I think I need to be at like 14 to be at fucking light wounded.
Sounds right, yeah.
I'll do one more. If I get a 5, that would be really nice. No. 12 wounds is more than sufficient, I'm sure.
Jeanne just bursts into the room. You having a staff meeting without me?
And that's a thing you can do at this point. You are mostly healthy now, Jeanne.
You rang?
What are you doing out of bed? You're
squishy
You look-
flesh. Go ahead.
you're looking better, but still, bit many bandages, Jeanne.
Your squishy flesh is weak. Go back to bed.
I have spent some time praying. The Emperor has filled me with a second wind. Enough that I need not be a burden if I accompany you for an attempt at, what did you say, men who remember their face of their father?
The names of their father.
Savin just immediately went to the gunslinger.
I did, yes.
It was kind of deliberate homage.
Jeanne, surely you can delegate this to Pascal.
If it looks dangerous, too dangerous, I'll back out. You have my word. I can't rest easy knowing our crew, Kreuzer, some of my vanguard, are in mortal peril.
Just look over to Cats and spread her hands.
I cannot order you to stay back, Jeanne, but these are sky eagle missiles or heavier. If they fire on us on approach, then everyone will need to be healthy or be put at risk just from the bird going down.
They'll hardly be a threat to a storm eagle. Especially not with Gaston at the helm.
I hate to correct you, Lord Captain, but this is Van's house. If I can pierce... If I can pierce the void shield, and a solid hit will be able to do that. Even the armor of a stormbird is of little protection. One lucky hit could force us down. Not us, Master Van Zaus. You will have the bridge. Lady Carl, I assumed you would retain command aboard the Pride. It is my vanguard, Master Van Zaus. Understood, ma'am.
I do not have the authority to command those who do not wear the red robes. However, I will ask as a companion. Gaston, if it looks too dicey, get Jeanne out of there and leave us behind.
Very well.
Gaston, did you have the opportunity to do a scan of the area with our auspex?
I have not. I was called directly to this meeting.
If we can get an idea of where their anti-air batteries are, we can attempt to land outside their radius. Move in on Rhino. Or, considering how heavy the opposition purports to be, perhaps the Draco Sand's in order.
We have no indication of their ground capabilities. If they are akin to Sky Eagles, they are poor at targeting ground force, poor at targeting land vehicles.
I did have a question. I thought maybe, like this is out of character, and I thought maybe it had just been resolved while I was up to use the restroom. Is there a reason why we're not landing land forces like out of range of their Sky Eagles and then driving in?
And that's what John just suggested. We just need to figure out where the radius is.
So,
I have finished a second reading. The chance of securing the lives of Chrysler and the Vanguard are much higher with Jeanne accompanying the mission. Not that I needed the tarot to tell you that.
See, like I said, I felt that second wind for a reason.
Sorry, Hedrah, I think we started talking at about the same time.
I was saying that I could get some augury and do some scanning.
Yes, let's have you do that. John will reach over and ruffle Kitty's hair. If we can't secure a diplomatic win, you're in charge of the ground team. I'll be pulling back.
Alright. We had best pack your jet bike then. But make sure to fly low. Yeah?
We... Perhaps we'll have better luck if we put up some white flags of peace.
Worth the attempt, I think.
Do we have video of these missiles?
Yes, yes, we do.
Molly, let's take a look at it. If we can identify what culture might have made these, if they're not exactly Sky Eagles, might be able to match them to something else.
Fair enough, mon capitaine.
Okay, I'll handle the other first then. Okay.
As you are going to leave, Gaston, Katz's head tilts slightly and she reaches up to her microbead. Say again? Understood. Give him medical treatment immediately. Command team will be en route for an interview. A member of Kreuz's ground team has made it back to the camp, piloting the termite.
Hells. Alright. Let's get groundside ASAP.
We'll get our equipment loaded. Lieutenant Dubois, perform your scans. We'll meet you in the hangars.
Very well. Okay. So the fuck do we do? How the hell we get over here?
That's a plus 40, I believe, awareness. Let me double check that for you. Let's see, 42.
It's scrutiny, not awareness.
Sorry. Plus 42 scrutiny.
Okay. 42 plus ship.
No,
Right.
that's all the ship bonuses, all your assists, cheerlead.
Okay. The 42, and then I plug in, I get another 10. Another 10 there. So, okay. So scrutiny plus 6.
Have you gotten it up to plus 60?
The 42 is from all their assistance and cheerleading and the bonuses.
Yep, and
Then
the
I get
ship included.
Yeah, and then I plug in. That's another 10.
Yep.
So that's 52. And then my reliable plus 10.
Your like your muscle stuff.
Now that's to any skills, or should I just not do it for?
Could you post what it is that you're adding there? I don't think we quite understand.
The reliable talent. You can add a +10 to any check or skill.
That.
Yeah, could you post it in chat, please?
Yeah, I'll try to find it. It's nothing there. Oh, that there. 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 Eh. No, that's a milieu. To the row. It's not there.
Why don't you just roll without that extra +10? Because it probably won't matter anyway.
It's 52, so it's on an 8 difference.
Yeah. And you are definitely above 100 with it. 100 either way, so...
You're pretty likely to hit the, like, what is it, 7 DOS for max some everything? Or is it like only like 3? Yeah.
And I can reroll, get a free reroll as master
I
or
wouldn't
grayscale.
bother.
Would you like to use it? It's a 65% chance of getting better.
Or a 45 of
It's a
getting
free
worse?
reroll that.
Yeah, but you have to take the other,
Yeah,
the
but-
second result.
It's not like D&D.
Yes, but then I can also do a fate roll.
I mean,
This is not a fate. This is
I-
not a fate reroll.
True,
This is a free
yes, but you know, before I give you any results, I need to know what your final number is.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a.
why?
Because
It's 6 DOS, Hedrah. It's fine.
on you then.
Yeah. All right. Going to. Nah, I won't bother messaging you. This is fine to just say. Yeah, you can cross-referencing the footage and your scans. Your very high fidelity scans. Good God, you are scarily good at operating the auger array. You can indeed find what you are fairly certain are the sites the missiles were launched from. They are part of the overall complex. You would not be able to do any orbital bombardment to them without hitting the rest of the complex. But you're fairly certain you know where they are, so you can avoid them. One of them is smoking quite badly, but even you, with your mighty scan, cannot say for certain whether whether it's been put out of commission or not. So, is the plan now to fly down to the planet?
Yes.
Or, well, the ring. Not quite a planet. It's a bit bigger than a planet.
Quite a bit. But yeah, let's load up the Dracosan and mosey on down.
Alright. So, let's...
Yeah.
These two are not coming.
Merzendi, I am bringing Sparky.
Oh no, don't do that.
Okay.
Why not Savin?
Well, Stray, this is an uncontacted human culture. They might have some strong feelings about servitors.
An uncontacted human culture that can be phased plasma battery, though.
It could be, and it might have to be if they see this thing and freak the fuck out.
I mean, they're gonna see me and freak the fuck out. What do you want?
You are still a sentient individual with the ability to, think and speak and act independently.
I'll have
And
you
have
know, though,
robes to cover up the worst of your weirdness.
Molly also her armor is a death mask.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, that's just being stylish.
you look
Yeah.
cool.
To an uncontacted tribe?
We don't know what their aesthetics are like. I'm talking about the fact that
Well,
Sparky is a lobotomized human physically fused to a weapons platform. If this was 100% guaranteed combat, I'd be like, yeah, fucking go for it. But
It's just because you hate servitors and you
I
hate
do.
me. I see how it is.
I do, yes.
I was gonna say the fact that they have a bigger target to fear.
I'll be honest, part of the reason I want to come especially is if it turns into a fight I fear too. Might just put them to rout anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Merzendi,
Yeah.
how many Skitaria can I take before you put them into a big old clumped mass? And I just lose Skitaria when I lose a 1 health point.
And you won't necessarily lose Skittles when you lose a health point. It's just they'll be out of the fight. That's not the same as them being dead. Unless the whole unit is wiped. But yeah, like 5 is really the point at which it starts to get clunky, and 8 is where I absolutely just put them into blobs.
Can I
7.
take 6? 3 Arcabi and 3 Calivers. Well, not Calivers, Volkites. Or if you want 5, then I will take 2 Arquebuses and 3 Volkites.
I'm just grabbing them from the menu on the GM layer.
And
I'll
we
say
will
cute,
follow.
you know. I'll keep the cute little Eldar symbol thing that Ala drew.
I drew that, thank you. He drew the
Oh,
triangle.
that was you? Okay.
Let me
I
just
did the
delete
rest
that
of it.
then.
Well, yeah.
Alright, Alright, the Transuranic Arquebus has a range of 250. So we'll be a bit behind, I assume, the Lupine Guard and Jeanne, so we don't scare them off by being a bunch of robot people. But they will be within, say short range of the arquebuses, so we can provide sniper fire.
So,
Since we don't have our resident sniper. Kalachef is coming?
I don't know who is coming on the companion side, to be honest.
we actually probably should bring Kalchev, because, like, we have no way to communicate with the ship otherwise. She is the jam-proof radio.
Yeah.
Does she want to hang back with the Skitarii then?
Well, let's just work out who is coming total first.
King Buddy is coming?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like a couple hours. He's had time to regenerate to full.
Yeah.
It will eventually happen.
Do you want to give, hey, Winter, do you want to take over, Skitarii Arquebus?
Sure.
It
I've
is
done
a
it
sniper.
before. I'll do it again.
I'll put a little dot on it, and you, do you have access to the sheet?
I don't know.
Look under Lupine Troops.
He will not, no. I can give him one. Just wait one.
Snippy can either bring himself or Lieutenant Severus.
Snippy, do you want to come down and make first contact with savages, or do you want to play, Stormtrooper?
Oh my god, I want to come down there so badly.
Hell
But
yeah,
I'm
brother.
dangerous. Because if these unworthy heathens have any kind of taint and culture misses it, I'll pick up it. And I'm gonna burn their bitch asses. Oh fuck.
Alright, so are you gonna be, Stormy, or are you gonna be Victor?
I'm gonna be Victor dressed as a stormy. That's what I always do.
Fantastic.
Due diligence.
Alright.
And then we
Hey,
have...
Winter, you want to
And
put a
there
little...
you are. Winter, you have a Wintari.
Thank
Ha!
you.
There we go.
Awesome. Thank you.
I think we have exactly enough room in the Draco left for like a fire team of Lupine Guard.
Yeah.
What about...
What's Allah going to be
Yeah,
in
I was about
charge
to say,
of?
what about Alla?
Ah, yes.
Alla, do you want to play a Lupine Guard?
I'm
Or
fine.
Kalchev, for that matter.
I'm fine.
I would not subject him to playing a Ceiko.
You know what? That's fair.
Yeah. Are you sure you're fine?
I'm nodding off, and I gotta finish this steak before I accidentally stab myself with the knife.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to say finish eating and then go lay down.
Oh, I could go for 19 hours awake. Oh no, I stopped counting.
Oh, no, that's not too bad. I had to yell at Abby the other day because she was like, I've been awake for 35 hours. Go to bed.
So don't drag new ones in.
Okay.
I've got so many in the GM layer.
Q saying I already don't get enough sleep.
And that's
It's
objectively
true.
correct.
Alright. Yeah, these are all of the ones who lived in the GM layer. Unfortunately, I think Private Lucas is dead.
Yes, he is. He is quite dead. And Marius is quite injured, so don't need two Marii.
Oh. Yeah, that's what happens when you just drag ones in for
I'm going to drag in a different officer. And the rest of these guys.
Okay,
can come
neither Marius nor Severus.
Well, I don't have control of Severus, so since Snippy's not doing that.
All right. Yes.
There you go.
leaving Hans and Eloise behind as well?
Yeah, they killed a fucking discount custodes. They can chill for a bit. I need them for the next time we go monster hunting.
All right. Lieutenant Spears. You will soon. Wait, no. No. Sorry. I was thinking of Veers, not Spears.
The AT-AT commander.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, Lieutenant, you are not predestined to be put in charge of an impractical armored division.
I mean, depending on how bad the situation gets, I do have a bunch of sentinels on the Pride we could disgorge.
It's true, but if you're disgorging like a company of sentinels, they'll come with their own commander. They won't just answer to this random lieutenant who's leading your bodyguard section. Unless things have gone horribly wrong.
I mean, if I need to deploy sentinels in mass... Actually, wait. The sentinels are on the Enterprise. We have 20 Chirons. Hell yeah. The tankettes. They are airdroppable, too. Those things are so funny. I love them.
All right. So, I am going to quickly go and pee again.
Understandable.
Now I've done it once. I need to do it much more often, unfortunately.
Well, that's what you get for drinking water.
Okay, so plan is swing down to the camp to speak to this survivor, and then proceed from there, dependent on results of interview. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Surely he's just here to tell us that everything is going great and he came for a comms check.
And that Kreuzer has been elevated to the status of God being like C-3PO in episode 6.
He has already married their twink prince.
Yes. Unfortunately, just like episode 6, it turns out they're cannibals, and they're about to eat the rest of the Vanguard unless you go and save them.
Unfortunate.
Kreuzer's adventure ends here. Balls deep in twink pussy.
Yeah. When the twink prince said he was going to eat Kreuzer's ass, he did not expect it to be quite so literal.
Hey, unless you want to, Gaston, do you want to do anything particularly reckless, like flying over the missiles, the AA missile sites?
Why? Wait, aren't we going to the camp first?
Yeah, but
I'm
you
just
could fly
checking.
over the missile sites on the way. I mean, you could. There's no reason to, but it's within his power as your pilot.
There's also the part of that. I have a positive intelligence score. I'm not fucking stupid.
Look, so does Xiph, and he still shot a mirror shield.
Yeah, but he's
True,
a
but
Xenos.
In my defense, I had
their
a
IQ doesn't-
fear that required me to do
He's a
it.
Xenos. He's a Xenos. His terminology of intelligence doesn't equate to the same thing as a human. Like,
Fuck
say,
it.
100 is
Ziv
normal.
could
100
could
is
count to
normal
a higher
for
prime
person.
number than Gaston.
What's
it's
your age?
true. It's in the 60s.
Well, congratulations. I could fix your suit better than you could.
That's just because you're not racist, and no one is less racist than Ziv.
Exactly. But congratulations. He fixed your alien tech suit better than you could.
You
And
apparently also
upgraded it with extra.
you also apparently know tech better than the fucking tech priest we have.
No, hold
That's
on.
not true.
She knows, or Gaston knows tech better than the average tech priest, but that's not a particularly high bar. Molly absolutely has Gaston beat on, technical knowledge. She just chooses not to use it for your benefit.
Yeah. And when I did that, you didn't get one extra mounting point. You got 3.
Anyway, enough bickering, children.
Okay,
Let's
yes.
just-
No,
Yes.
I'm not gonna fly to stupid shit. They endanger the captain. I am driving Miss Daisy here.
I suspected you wouldn't, but just like with Snippy, I
I'm not
occasionally have
Snippy.
to ask, would you like to go and terrorize the poor? I have to ask everyone, would you like to go and do what the intrusive thoughts say?
Well, unlike
Okay.
unlike Snippy, you usually say no.
Yeah. Gaston has what we call functional common sense.
It is a superpower, especially in the Imperium.
I was gonna say it. It's superpower.
Yeah.
Even in this fucking world.
But yes, you can make it down to the camp. Nest will direct you to a cleared landing pad. And when you are settled, we'll bring in the support teams to refuel you. Can all disembark and head down to where this survivor has been taken. Yeah. They've set up like a secluded little interview room. It's not quite, bright lights, white table interrogation hell, but it's only a couple of steps away from that. They weren't really expecting to have to set up, private interview rooms here. So it's definitely not comfortable. As you approach the captain in charge of this in charge here, snaps a salute. Mum!
At ease. Jeanne will return it. What's the situation here?
We've only run through preliminaries with him, but yes, the corporal has confirmed that when he left, Cruiser and the rest of the team were alive, but they had wounded. The inhabitants of the facility, they are humanoid and equipped with high-power solid projectile weapons. He took a round in the shoulder, though armor absorbed the worst of it. Apparently, some of the team were critically wounded. My Lord Kreuzer, he attempted to communicate with them. The inhabitants, I mean. And kept them talking while the corporal could sneak out and return and give a report.
Jeanne will look to the interview room door. Is he alright?
We've patched him up, given him some recaf. He's beating himself up about pulling out. But he'll recover so long as we can recover some other survivors.
Good. Alright. Let's have a chat, him and I.
Oh, you can head in. Cats will probably accompany you. Probably, yeah, actually, yeah, Cats and Pascal will accompany you. Kalachev and bodyguards obviously won't.
Gaston?
Molly and Gaston, are you going to head in?
I mean, I pretty much trust Jeanne to do like all of the talkie-talkie, but I will go into to assess their technological levels.
Well, we're talking about interviewing one of our guys.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I know. We're presumably we're going to ask what kind of weapons they use.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Before we go in, Jeanne will whisper to Molly and Canid, do an all-spec scan of him once we're inside, just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, well, and we'll join in.
All right.
I think that's good.
Yeah, so that's you three.
These three.
And two of the NPCs. Yep. Oh, yeah, Victor, if you want to head in as well, you can.
Have the Vanguard learned to tell Victor apart from all the other Vanguard yet? I would assume so by now.
Yeah, have they been able to tell from his loping gait that he's just Victor in disguise?
When they see him for an extended period, yes. If he's just stepping in and staying at the back of the room, probably not most of the time.
He is so sneaky.
Also, Snippy, look what I can do now. I mean, yes, fail, but in theory.
She can now actually make the test.
Oh, that was permanent?
I spent XP
For
because it was
her,
on
yes.
my it's actually on
okay.
my advancement scheme.
Yeah, for
Unfortunately,
everyone else, it's gone away.
unfortunately, it is somewhat hamstrung by Jeanne having 25 perception, but you know, she can assist now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Molly, if you want to do an all-spec scan, you can go ahead.
Difficulty, please.
+0.
Okay.
Cheerlead.
Watch, it turns out he turns out to be one of those what are they called? The shape-shifting race that's on Space Hulks.
Yeah, I mean that sort of thing is why I suggested you
Touch?
do the scan. Yeah,
What are they
and I
called?
don't know.
Lacrimals.
Oh,
I will message you your results.
it's like there's always a chance it could be some sort of shapeshifter, or you could have a brain bug, or something else entirely.
Perception is cope. Haha.
I'm just saying, it's like the lowest skill on every character I ever play, and it's fine.
There you are, Molly.
Suboxygenated. Nothing unusual. Human standard.
I'll just give the slightest of nods to Molly. She's walking in, gives the trooper a smile. What's his name, Merz?
He'll
Jeanne does make
stand and salute and... one moment.
Jeanne does, as we've long established, make a habit of knowing like all the Vanguard by name.
Yes. Corporal Carton.
Katon.
Brandon Carton.
Jean will return his salute, then put a hand on his shoulder. At ease, Brandon. How are you?
I could be better, Mum. I'm worried about the others.
I am too. So, tell us what happened, and we'll get to the job of saving them.
We had a time and a half digging. The termite is not well equipped for sand. Had to use a lot of the melter to harden things enough for us to dig through. But we managed. In the end, it took better part of 3 hours. When we were inside, was nothing when we first entered. After a while, we found a cogitator. Lord Kreuzer tried, but he couldn't interface with it. It locked out and it was about then that we lost comms completely. Vox is fully jammed. Even just to squad lead. Sergeant Host, she asked Lord Kreuzer to consider withdrawing, but he wanted to proceed. I forgot to mention earlier before the cogitator, there was a symbol on the wall. Much like it was curious. A birdhead, much like an aquila, above a shield. A white bird, green shield over a blue field. And it was surrounded by green with yellow, with golden text. Lord Kreuzer said it was some proto-form of Mercan, but too old for him to understand.
Could I throw a test at that, Merz?
You have no chance of succeeding.
Fair enough.
Sorry, yes, that was the seal. But well, apologies, ma'am.
It's alright. Take your time. Rather have it correct.
Yes. Yes, we went and we found the seal about 10 minutes in. We found that the cogitator 5 minutes after. On the floor, the desk the cogitator was on. The desk was on another copy of that same seal. As Lord Kreuzer couldn't breach the cogitator, so we kept proceeding on. Sergeant Ost, She has good eyes, ma'am. She orders us into cover before they opened fire. The ambushers. It is from front, side, one from behind. The sergeant, she got us out of the T-junction. Well, Course Junction, even. And Lord Kaiser, he led the charge to breach us through that line. But there was still more waiting for us. Sergeant took a grenade to the gut. I took her onto the shoulder. A few other of the boys, they were hit too. But with the Vox jams our squad display, it wasn't updating. We couldn't see how bad each other's injuries were. But enough of us were hurt that Lord Crazy, when he'd gotten us through to somewhere safe, safe enough, they couldn't attack from more than 2 directions at once. He had us start performing medical care. And he tried calling out to the inhabitants. It was the Markan language, I believe. It was difficult, but he established he established a basic dialogue. And then he asked which of us was best at sneaking. I am, ma'am. I had best stealth scores in my squad. So he instructed me to try to head back before they reinforced where we'd broken through, to try and head back and get the word out. You would keep them talking while I did. And once I was secure, he would try to talk them into peaceful resolution, and if not, well, he said I should ask you to get us out.
We will. Did you hear gunfire erupt again as you were exiting?
No.
That's a good sign.
Oh. When I made it back to the termite, they tried to hit it with a missile. But the God Emperor protected me. The angle was bad. Some of the rear plating is damaged, but the track still ran, and I could kick the hatch open again once I got here.
Good man.
Oh, this guy was wounded, right?
Lightly.
Did they remove any bullets from him? Or did they pass right on through?
You can ask about that.
You were shot, yes. Did they remove any bullets from you, or were they through and throughs?
A glancing it only, ma'am. You can examine my armor plate if you wish, but I do not know how much it will tell you.
Probably little.
Oh yeah, we forgot to roll to look at the missile footage.
You did, yes.
Could we do that real quick?
Yeah.
Alright.
Would that be tech or like legends or?
This would definitely be a lore.
Yeah, well, tech is lore.
Yes, I'm just. Tech or Tactica Imperialis seem like good fits to me.
If
Archaeotech or Legend would be a possibility, but well,
I do have Tactica.
yeah.
okay, can I do
Basically,
Archaeotech?
you can roll almost whatever you like, but what you choose will color the results.
So
Tactica Imperialis?
Yeah.
the difference between Archaeotech and Tech Merzendi, is there a negative for either one of them? Is like
No.
Archaeotech and Tech? Okay.
Gaston,
not that.
what's your Tactica rating?
My tech common lore is 62. My Imperialis is 62.
Okay. Do you have the Foresight talent? Actually, you weren't here when we were making this in the first place, so never mind. I'll just raw dog it.
You were on the ship.
Yes, exactly. So, can Molly assist me? Actually, no. You should
I
probably
don't have
make your
that.
own roll. That's fine. I have Kitty with me.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. Well, I think it's a success. And then I'll cheerlead Molly.
Okay, so that's 7 degrees for Molly. And 0 for the adorable lesbian couple. Okay, so Jeanne and Katz. It looks like a sky eagle to you. The shape, the maneuvers, the blast. That was a nice, scary plasma explosion.
Nice,
That
nice.
looks like a sky eagle. It may be a variant pattern, but as far as you are concerned, sky eagle.
Makes sense.
Molly, actually being a tech wizard, you can tell a bit more. So this is definitely a similar family to what is now designated a Sky Eagle rocket. In fact, probably the same family, but this is surely closer to the original STC design.
Ooh.
It moved faster. That explosion was larger, being IR seeking rather than radar seeking. This just seems like a better version of a Sky Eagle, and if it's better, then clearly it is an older and purer version.
They are using Archaeotech.
Then back in the present. Did you get a look at their weapons at all?
A decent look, ma'am. They, not just their weapons, their soldiers. They had powered armor, ma'am.
As standard issue.
At least the only troops I saw, they had powered armor. Well, the arms and legs, it seemed like powered carapace. The chest piece was heavy duty.
My.
Their weapons, they were taking advantage of that power assist, ma'am. They had two major types of rifle. One, a twin barrel, 2 magazines, high caliber, absurd rate of fire. The other, only one rifle barrel, but the second was a integral launcher. Similar to the perhaps even superior to the kinetic grenades that you have started to issue us, ma'am.
Hell's bells. These people are sitting on a cache of treasure.
One thing I did notice when we were assaulting through, I knocked one of their helmets askance. The skin, ma'am, it was red as blood. But of course, now I think he might just have been bleeding from getting a rifle butt to the face.
Anything else seem off human standard to you? No horns
Quite
or
tall,
extra eyes?
ma'am. No, nothing as extreme as that. They were quite tall. Maybe a head shorter than Lieutenant Dubois.
Out of character. Alright, so we paint Gaston red. Have him go
No,
down.
no, what you need is to get me a sunburn.
Right. The layout of this facility you were in, did you see a silo-like structure in there?
We did not uncover a proper map, ma'am. Not with We marked the passage we took with flares and chalk. Elsewise, I do not think I would have been able to find my way back to the termite.
Understood. Alright. Anything else you think we need to know?
Just everyone say goodnight to Ala. Oh, he's already left. I'll make a scrutiny roll for a vanguard.
I shall give him a cheerlead.
This is retroactive, so I don't think you can.
Fair enough. Oof, buddy.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm a trigger man, not an analyst. There's probably a lot more I should have picked up, but
Hey, it's alright. Just glad you made it out of there, Brandon. Don't worry. We'll go get the rest of your squad back.
Merci, ma'am.
Jeanne will give him a pat on the good shoulder. Alright, everyone, let's mount up. Someone get us a flag of peace drawn up. If these people have Earth culture and Earth technology, perhaps they'll recognize old Earth traditions.
Yeah.
I really wish I had gotten a power lance for Jeanne. Just have her, like, tie it to that and go biking forward.
That would be really cool.
You can still do it with
Either
a
a
stick.
power lance or get her a power halberd, like the Sisters of Battle have.
Yeah. But see, with a lance, I can, lance people on my bike.
Yeah, but with a halberd, you could halberd people on foot. So why not both, really?
I mean, it's true. Money is an infinite resource when you're a rogue trader.
Or near enough to.
Yeah, like there aren't stats for power halberd in the game, but you could just reconfigure a power glaive.
I think there
Yeah,
might
there
be
is
one in
fundamentally no difference.
Yep.
Power polearm.
What? Yeah, one power pole arm is the same as another, unless it's something exceptional like the ship custodies have guardian spears.
Wait, you want a polearm? Let's see.
That's such a cool model. It's one of the few
Yeah.
actually buy.
It is a pretty darn cool model kit.
I got a power glaive here if you want that.
Hell yeah. And let me just borrow that and tie a peace flag to it.
Yeah, it also has a fucking dragon and there that spews flames.
Ah, yeah, that's the one. Yeah. If they don't accept my piece, I can burn the flag off with a flamethrower and their faces.
Yeah, the one with the toxic ferro ammo. So it's not just fire, you're burning them and poisoning them. It's perfect.
Alright, well, let's mount up.
You can embark in your Draco-san, which I believe we have stats for, but don't have a token for.
Correct.
Yes.
So I don't think there's literally ever
Yes.
been a single piece of art of a Draco-san.
Certainly not any top-down that I could use for a vehicle.
Let me go quickly assemble my model and then take a picture of it from top down.
Yeah, if you could do that on like a sheet of paper, so cropping out everything else out would be easier, that would be great.
So on any matte surface.
But yeah, you can embark and make your way over. In a land vehicle, it will take a fair bit longer.
We can get our, since we know more or less where their gun batteries are, we can take the Thunderhawk to carry us, more or less to where we expect the edge of their range to be. Maybe give it an extra 20% to, account for these being Archaeotech and all.
I'd say. But will it, though? Does Gaston drop the NOS?
The picture fitting you?
You've seen Redline, right, Hedrah?
No, but I don't have cars. But I'm a lot older than the fucking red line, and like I know about cars and all like that. I was there when fucking compressors. I was there when turbo started to be introduced.
I was there when the Dark Magic was written.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do not cite the old vehicle mods to me. I was there when they were first installed.
Oh man, I remember the shitty ass fucking low compression turbos existed, and they were just for trucks. Sorry, lorries and like actual semi truck. And then they converted that over into high revs turbos, and suddenly those fucking goddamn trucks could go like goddamn everywhere. But they had a fucking competitor, which was called the compressor, which was tied to your base RPM, which was tied to your engine. So when you got that power straight from zero, so you had the fucking torque out the wazoo, but it fell off at higher RPMs. That's why you see a lot of fucking old ass cars with that giant ass intake because they're using a compressor system and not the turbo.
Oh. That makes sense. But yes. You can head some of the way via Thunderhawk Transport, get dropped off, and drive the rest of the way. How are you waving this white flag?
I will wrap it around the head of this glaive and heft it up as I, bike along ahead of the big APC.
All right. Yeah. Then that is fairly clearly visible. Yeah, you will be able to approach without issue. And you will see, yeah. Well, you won't see much, to be honest. It's the same location that Gaston and Oz had surveyed a couple of days ago. And therefore, very sandy. There are just there are a couple of outlines of buildings, and there is something of a tunnel, though it is partly filled back in with sand, leading down.
Now, when you last described this place, it was like it was meant to look like a collapse room, but like had very intentionally been made to look collapsed rather than having done so naturally. And we saw Necrons like skittering about. Is there any sign?
Certainly did not see Necrons.
Yeah, you definitely
You saw
did.
metallic shapes.
Okay, fair enough. We saw metallic shapes.
I very intentionally never described Necrons.
You know what? That's fair. We assumed the metallic shapes were Necrons. Now, power armor, I suppose. But, you know, do we see any sign of Necron or power armored shapes up here?
You can make an awareness roll.
I will
Okay.
boost Gaston with a cheerlead.
So Gaston's
that's
getting a double assist.
Yep.
And yeah.
So what's that?
Plus 30.
Or I mean, there's probably an Auspex as well, isn't there, that he can use?
That's true. So plus 50.
Sounds right to me.
Yeah, and if do I have to plug into that?
So plus 60.
You can plug into it.
So 60.
Casual 10 DOS.
Are you happy with 10 DOS?
Yes, you are.
Hedrah?
It could be more, it could be more, it could be less, but 10 bucks is also pretty good.
Anything over
It's
5
very
is
good,
usually
but,
fucking amazing. I think we're good.
You have a 53% chance of getting more DOS.
Merz, please.
No.
It likes to do that.
I will be the serpent on the shoulder. I will attempt.
No, I'll go with 10.
All right. We'll message you.
Haha, you fool. She GM rolled an 11.
Yeah.
From these people, I wouldn't necessarily be surprised.
Yes, but I will say though, I have the paranoia. So if it would be needed, the GM will actually tell me.
Yes. Well, I mean, you're actively searching already. I don't think it really helps.
Yeah.
That's for if, you're too stupid to do that on your own, which we usually aren't.
There you are.
Just see a little more clear. Well, yeah, okay. That does what's the word? That does describe the, that does describe a regular power up, doesn't it? Okay,
You can throw a knowledge roll at this if you like.
yeah. What would that be?
Law tech, I think, would be good.
Well, I need a lore check. No helping with that. Or
And Molly
could-
is very good at those, so
yeah, I will reiterate what I saw, and I will help the actual good tech assist with that.
What did you see?
Well, what I saw is metallic things, but they're little square shapes peeking out from the ruins, then disappearing moments later.
Turrets?
Square shape. That peeking out and then peeking back,
Cameras. Little camera doodles.
Well, I don't know. We're gonna have to do that whole techie thing. That's why I'm
Is it lore
transferring
tech?
all this data.
yes,
Yes.
law tech.
Get assist.
Oh, We both get
Oh,
10
jeez.
apparently.
Lord have
Yes,
mercy.
that's a camera.
It's a camera. So it's not like the World War I periscopes. It's actually like a camera.
Indeed.
My God.
It's
To try to take a picture of Spider-Man. Or what type of camera?
like a let me it's a little CCTV camera.
Oh, as a Brit, you should know everything about CCTV.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't embed, but yeah.
I will click in the picture.
I trust
Yeah.
Merz enough to click a link.
No, I just have to delete that. Delete the site swap, and then do this. DNA. That. See?
There we go. Yeah, half the time when you delete the tracking stuff, the fucking image just doesn't embed at all because people have started being dicks about that.
Yes, but also where you remove it, because you can see at the question mark crop. You see? And then you got 3.2 ratio there with the trim, and then you got this with
Yeah.
1200 up. See? If you just remove everything from the question mark, ta-da!
Yeah, anyway. Huh, camera, eh? Any sign of the natives?
No.
Right. Jeanne is going to turn her universal translator on and plant the haft of flag glaive in the ground, look at the cameras, just boom at the top of her voice, probably assisted quite a bit by the power
Which
armor.
language are you speaking in?
The fellow said that these guys were speaking Proto-Texan, so I will try Texan.
Alright.
I don't have any better clue, because we haven't seen any other language samples on this planet yet.
Indeed, you have not.
So, Jeanne will say, I am Captain Jean Lupus of the Pride of Leth, from the planet Leth. I come in peace. We are here to retrieve our men. We did not know this place was occupied. We apologize for any violence we have started unwittingly.
Alright. I'll make a language test for them.
Never mind.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
It's
Alright.
American English.
A few minutes later, well, yeah, a few minutes will pass. What do you do?
Jeanne will stand there trying not to betray the fact that she is, like, in extreme pain from all of her injuries. Just, like, lock her power armor up so she stands rigidly. If there's no sign of violence, she's content to wait for a while.
Alright.
And probably deep down.
From one of the semi-submerged ruins, there is a little shake. Then a cascade of sand as the top of the ruin opens. And sorry. Oh, there we go. That was the thing I was doing wrong. Sorry, I need to,
My god, it's a miniaturized Zaku.
And for one thing, God damn it! I started reading your stuff from text. Yes, and from that opening emerges first a flagpole bearing a white flag, and below the white flag, they would have these on separate flags, separate poles. And moments later, two more poles, one bearing a flag, red, white, and blue. Red and white stripes with a blue field in one corner, covered in stars. the other flag, a dark blue field. It's the seal that the soldier had described earlier on a dark blue field. Jeanne, you can attempt a language Merkin test, or actually, I think no, this would be a literacy test to understand the meaning of the text on the on that seal.
All right. I, Savin, now immediately recognize what this is, but I will go for it. Oh, shit.
Yes. Over the top, it says Department of Energy, and the bottom half, United States of America.
Yeah, I was initially thinking it was going to be another state's flag. I was like, none of those are green, though, except, like, fucking Washington. No one cares about Washington. They're not going to space. No.
These are the feds.
No, these are worse than the feds. This is the fucking Department of Energy, guys. These are the most terrifying motherfuckers in the feds. Oh, God. Well, good news. This is definitely a nuclear site.
Yeah.
I love how Merzendi was like, I'm gonna make the Americans canon, and I'm gonna make them a bunch of rednecks on a ring, and then I'm gonna put the Department of Energy there too.
As the flagpoles continue to continue to rise up, even, you'll see holding them are 5 men, tall indeed, as the soldier said, barely a head shorter than Gaston, and in heavy armor. The 3 at the back are holding the flagpoles, but do have rifles slung over their shoulders. The 2 at the front are just holding rifles, the barrels pointed to the ground. This is sophisticated technology.
Now, to be fair, they are now facing down like people with actual Volkite weapons and powered void armor. So, not exactly on a terribly uneven ground here.
Yeah, you with your Volkites are probably more sophisticated than them, but certainly the technology they have is more than 1,000 years better than the rest of the Texans.
Yeah, they have more sophisticated ballistics and missile technology. We have more advanced energy technology.
Yes. As it turns out, the nuclear missile people have better missiles.
Now, Merzendi, do they have those specific assault rifles that are chambered in 9mm?
9mm?
Yeah, the Department of Energy was the first part of the feds to adopt a Colt assault rifle with a chambered in 9mm, little baby carbine.
Yeah, so it doesn't puncture through things.
Yeah, they decided the guys who were protecting the nuclear missiles should probably have weapons that can't, shoot into the nuclear missiles.
No, they do not have the 635s.
No,
well, I think those guns are cool.
I mean, they are but
pretty cool.
I can see exactly what Merz has labeled these guys as carrying. Let me get rid of this tracking bullshit here on this picture.
I would do so as the captain said.
Oh, haha.
OICWs.
Yeah.
And bring out the Lupus standard. If they're bringing out their flags, we have to set ours.
Yeah. The
And
one with the.
I'll,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and out the back, out the fucking presenting the flag is but even if they like being the big guys, this is a bigger motherfucker in a fucking also power.
Ah, yes. It's time
Yeah.
to dick measure our standard bearers.
Haha.
Then you got the Lupus there and the fucking
Aquila.
Aquila of the Empire of Mankind.
Yeah. Right. The one holding the white flag will, once the lifting platform comes to a halt, will step off of it, approach 20 paces, and stamping on some of the sand to get it compacted a little, push the white flag in to hold it secure. It will then wait for you to approach.
Jeanne will do so.
Sheila follows the captain.
Jeanne will put up a hand for everyone else. This guy's going up ahead, so will she. She will point to the little universal translator attached to her lapel and, in slow, clear Texan, say, I have a translator device. It would probably be best if you spoke first so it can try to understand you.
It's not how your translator works.
Is it not?
Needs to it needs to actually be fed the lexicon.
Unfortunate.
It doesn't have. You've got a Tau one, right?
I have a Tau and a
You got-
human one.
Where did you get the human one
I
from?
bought it on Mazoa.
Oh, do you have the text around an elucidator?
No, it's in Deathwatch.
All right, well, I'll need a minute to check how that one works.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
the,
time to check if I get that from book. We found something fun.
It's okay. It's in the core book, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. Here we go. Let's see. It's most useful in cultures whose language has a basis in Loth Gothic, requiring no test to perform this function. Blah, 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 blah. With a logic skill, make it difficult minus 20 test using elucidator to decipher basic meanings of truly alien languages.
okay, yeah, this is okay. Yes, the elucidator does actually have built-in analysis software. Yeah, the Tau one needs to be fed a lexicon and will then just translate from that lexicon. But an elucidator actually does the analysis itself.
And this one's a good quality example.
Yep. And since you already know, well, you actually know Merkin yourself, yeah?
No, actually. I'm just getting by on having the polyglot talent, which lets me communicate effectively in any language I have them just a few moments to study. Just any test I make using the talent, like, a charm or whatever, has a penalty. So, between
I see.
polyglot and two different translators, I've just kind of muddled through. I did ask like twice how much taking Merkin cost, and he never answered me, so I just never did.
I forgot.
Like, I mean, I got XP to spend it, and I'm happy to pop it, because I would have taken it.
Yeah, you've had enough. You've had enough exposure to get it for 200.
Nice. I'll just buy that now. Voyage Merkin. Boop, 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 boop. Jeanne really is a polyglot. She's got like 5 other languages.
Yeah. Alright. The trooper will say, if it would be better for you, I can speak in the tongue of the statists. But I am possibly fluent in their degenerate form of American English. However, if you prefer, I will speak in God's own tongue. It may take a few minutes for your translation device to adapt, however, so I will leave it to your preference.
Since we already have the Merkin, was he speaking in Merkin or American?
Merkin, there.
Okay. Unless you have a digital dictionary on hand, let's make do with the Merkin tongue for now.
All right. There are some expressions I will have to explain, but it will work well enough. Now, you are the one who... Now, you claim that the soldiers who invaded our facility are your troops. Is that understood?
Correct. They are being led by one of my colleagues, a fellow explorer from the interplanetary government we serve.
I see. We have taken them as prisoners of war, as they have invaded our weapons facility illegally and without declaration. You are fortunate that we do treat them as prisoners of war and not as spies.
Yes. Jeanne will give him a slight smile and say, in our defense, there's not exactly a keep out sign.
The desert not good enough for you?
No, sir. Not when we came looking for weapons. I hate to be the one to inform you, but this ring is about to be subject to an alien invasion.
Yes, the Joint Chiefs have been debating that, but that would be
No, I
above
don't
my pay
mean...
grade.
She'll point up. Like, Keelman's ship is literally fucking visible, right? It's just hanging in low orbit.
Yeah, I'm... Actually, would it be from here?
How big? What class is Keelman's ship?
It's a light cruiser.
cruiser.
Yeah,
No, he has a full cruiser and a light cruiser and escort.
Yes. And
What
that's
type of
many
cruiser does he
kilometers across, I figure, unless he's behind the sun.
Yeah, I was just gonna look it up.
He's got a research cruiser.
Let's see. I have that book open. Okay. If you don't want to tell me, that's fine. I'll scroll down myself. Control F has failed me.
Okay, no. No. Okay. You can fucking see the ISS from Earth. If you have, 20 eyesight. But it's a very small dot. And the ISS, it's like 110 meters end to end.
5.1 kilometers long, 0.7 kilometers a beam.
The ISS is also a lot closer.
And also doesn't potentially have either the sun or the ring between it.
But the ISS is closer, and this is a ring world. That doesn't make it fucking sense.
Remember, the ring world isn't, doesn't have the total diameter of Earth. It has the diameter of the Earth's orbit.
Yes.
It's absurdly big.
If you got on a steam train and started driving around it, it would take you 1,000 years. It would take you 100 years
so
on a maglev.
It's not planet.
It's a type of
it's
a type of Dyson sphere.
Yes, this is
listen,
literally a
it's
Dyson
not a
sphere.
planetary ring. It's
Dyson ring, technically.
It's an
but,
orbital.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dyson spheres, like, even if they're in ring shape,
I
it's
know.
only a ring, they're all classified underneath the concept of Dyson sphere.
Unless they're
Dyson's ring.
multiple unless they're broken into multiple things, then they're a Dyson swarm.
Yeah, like satellites.
Okay, good to know. Okay, but that also means that the ship can be a lot fucking closer than it would be a planetary atmosphere.
Yes.
Yes, and this is a kilometer. This is
5.1
fucking
kilometers.
kilometers long.
But can also be a lot further away.
Yes, that's also that. But this would be a lot more visible than the fucking ISS.
I did not note which ring sector the Alamo is in. That's silly of me.
Rip.
Let's say it's visible from here.
Okay. Then yeah, Jeanne will point up to Keelman's couple of cruisers. Not those guys. Much, much worse.
Well, that will be unfortunate. And I suppose you were seeking nuclear weapons to deal with those much worse intruders.
Yes, our hope was to find ancient weapons depositories the locals had forgotten about, amongst many other things, clearly, and launch them off when they got close. We did not expect this place to still be occupied by humans.
I see. You expected the death skeletons to be running the place.
Yes, that was our initial thought. Hence why we rushed someone here to look in while we were busy drawing off most of their army elsewhere.
That was. Well, I'm glad the Joint Chiefs was still debating.
What, were they thinking about launching a nuke at that old battleship?
Yes.
Honestly, if we hadn't succeeded, that would have been the correct choice.
Well, I appreciate your pragmatism, Miss.
Lupus. Jean Lupus. She will extend a hand.
Didn't even identify yourself by rank. I see how it is.
Jeanne has never been one to stand on, like, super formality. And she did say she was captain of the Pride of Leth in her initial, like, yeah at the cameras.
Lieutenant Colonel Fletcher. Yes, he takes it. United States Army.
A pleasure to meet you, Colonel. Now, if I could perhaps take my men off your hands. Might be, the United States Army and House Lupus could work together to prevent this ring from being disassembled piecemeal by these orcish invaders.
There may be some problems with that.
Well, luckily I'm a problem solver.
Several of your men. Our first responders did not speak the degenerate language, and nor I think, do most of your troops. There were significant injuries incurred, and several of your men, well, thank God, as yet none have passed. They are in no state to be moved. One poor lass, she took a 30mm straight to the gut.
Sergeant Horst. Well, if she's alive, we can fix it.
We're already on that, but it was touch and go bringing her to our medical facilities. Bringing her back out, then onto whatever shuttle you have. My conscience could not countenance it.
Merz, do teleportarium homers work on warp signatures or pure technical signatures?
That's an interesting question. But I feel like Imperial ones would be a bit of both.
Fair enough. Jean will say, well, if you'd be willing to shut your jamming off for just a minute, we have a teleportation beacon and our ship's equipped to beam us up. Of course, I understand if you're not willing. As long as they're being cared for, it's not the end of the world if they stay here a mite longer. though I would like to see that they are being cared for humanely.
I would be happy to show you to our medical facilities. Oh, you will understand I cannot give you a full tour of our base.
Of course. Your shielding is quite advanced, speaking of. About the best we've seen in this part of the galaxy. First thing, our sensors haven't been able to fully penetrate in just about ever.
Well, I must confess I do not fully understand how the shielding works, but it's rare none of our scanners can pierce a full foot of lead, let alone active defenses.
Well, we do have a bit more power up on a starship, but either way, this place is damn impressive. As is your kit compared to your neighbors. If I might ask, Colonel, what exactly happened to diverge you and the Merkins? Because, oh boy, there is a world of difference.
Well, that goes back to the very start of this. Now, this has been long enough into the history that it's turned into legend. So,
Most things have at this point, but I am by trade an anthropologist, so legends excite me most thoroughly.
it's sad, but when the Great War came, and the water and the oil were running out, and the people of Earth were tearing each other apart, the folk of Texas, they decided to seize this opportunity that they would secede from our holy union. But their secession, they would not abandon their land. They would not see it scarred by nuclear fire. They tore it from the earth itself, and with it they brought the people of Texas and we of the federal government of the United States of America, we who had the terrible misfortune to be stationed there as well. They were mad, foolish. They believed freedom was a cause in itself. Freedom from Earth, freedom from the federal government, freedom from the Constitution, freedom from anything. So long as they were free, they were happy.
I see.
They piloted the Rock of Texas across the galaxy, all the way here. they found something so impressive, they decided that it would be the new Texas, and that they would break the old Texas apart and deposit it upon it.
So y'all were basically unwitting hitchhikers.
Just about.
Well, Colonel, I have some excellent news for you. Now, it didn't go by the United States of America, but the American Empire was a founding member of the government I serve today, the Imperium of Man. I don't have it with me, but I'm pretty sure in my mom's scrapbook there's pictures of her out on old American territory, back on Earth, our capital.
You are Arthur's?
I was born on the planet Leth, one of our colonies, but my mom was trained and taught on Terra itself, yes.
Well, that is a relief. Our enclaves here on New Texas, we have kept ourselves isolated from the statist rebels. Having a new government to help reunify mankind, that is something I can support.
Excellent. That is why we came, to bring all mankind's lost children back under Terra's banner. But that, I imagine, is a discussion for your Joint Chiefs, was it?
Indeed.
Let's duck inside then, and we can tell you the whole story as we understand it. If you don't mind me messing around on my datapad, I actually have a whole slideshow.
I'll want to give a quick examination to that datapad if you do not object.
Just don't go in the pictures folder, please.
I will have to check every folder. I need to make sure you aren't going to be showing any sort of... I have to make sure if you interface with our projectors, you won't be injecting any sort of computer virus, or, especially with your pictures, you will not be showing any sort of actual cognito hazard. Those death skeletons, in our few encounters with them, they have demonstrated the ability to directly inject fear and madness into people through sounds and images.
Well, Colonel, I don't think my partner's butt's going to do that to you, but let me get a fresh datapad and just move the slideshow over real quick.
That may be for the best.
Jeanne will go over to Molly. Alright, good news. These people are great. Can I have a fresh datapad from somebody who doesn't have their whole personal enjoyment folder on there?
Second that.
Nothing
You
on here
want
you
to
don't
pull-
mind the locals seeing?
There's no, is a spare one. I use it to for saving the towns with the usual new weapons.
Bon, thank you. Yeah, Jeanne will transfer files onto this new datapad. It's the same, like, here's a brief summary of the galaxy for you that she gave to Goth.
What has happened in the past 1,000 years? 101.
Yeah, basically. Here's 10,000 years of history in a way that hopefully won't give you 500 insanity points.
Alright, I think we will do you going on to the Joint Chiefs of Staff next time, because I am very, very hungry.
Understandable. Well, this was remarkably successful.
Yeah.
And then you can heal yourself before the session is over.
That's true. If we're done.
Yeah.
And effectively back to full. Actually, more than back to full. Bueno.
Yeah.
Seeing glorious Americans has filled Jeanne with determination.
Going in alone with a
Yeah,
bunch of
it's
giant men.
gonna be 200 XP this session.
Fair enough.
36,600.
I broke even.
Yep, 36,600.
You want to add that to Alice sheet?
Already done it.
Okay.
That's why I could confirm the number.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, if you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in to an unusually brief, only 4-hour-long session of Merzenhammer. We'll see you on
Yeah.
Sunday. Till then, adios and do take care.
Bye stream, bye YouTube.